Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Yeah, this time we're in Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage, and no longer Spyro the Dragon. It's even already the second part. How time flies. But anyway, last time we took care of the first world here in Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. Glimmer it is called. However, Glimmer is of course a part of an overworld. Just like in Spyro 1, we once again have to deal with hub worlds. An overworld, you might say. Even though this game does not begin you at the hub world, in this case hub world number 1, it immediately throws you into the first stage, which is also interesting. However, therefore we haven't even seen the hub world yet. In order to get there, we need to use this exit portal so we can return to the hub world. In this case called Summer Forest. Let's go take a look at World 1, you might say. We've already done World 1. However, World 1 in general we have not even seen yet. 248 gems we're going to bring along. I'm pretty sure that is not all the gems we're able to collect. But since we can't collect all of them anyway, I'm not going to bother actually looking really hard, if you know what I mean. We'll be back here later anyway. And once I am able to pick up everything, then I'll make sure I will.
Oh no! Oh, hello! We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi! I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
If it only were that simple, Spyro. I can already tell you, this game is not going to be short. Like Laura said, there's 14 talismans, and we can see here at Glimmer's Gate, we did already pick up the first one. In order to make it easy, the game will actually display whether you have the talisman in a world or not. Here we find butterfly in a bottle, but that we don't need. Sparks is already full health. However, of course, we do want to collect gems, even here in the hub world. Summer Forest will also have plenty of gems to collect. Try to get as many as we can here in this first section. Once again, we are not able to collect all of them. So, I'm not going to bother actually trying to get all of them. I will simply pick up everything I see lying around. But I won't go in depth looking. Stuff like this is actually not on my notes, so I don't even know where all of them are. Here's actually one of the examples of gems we cannot collect. As you can see, there's gems in the water. And unlike Spyro the Dragon, here in Spyro 2, we can actually swim. Voila! Awesome new addition to this game. Spyro is able to swim from Spyro 2 and onwards. However, we are not able to dive. And the fact that we see stuff underwater does give away we are able to dive at some point. Just not right now. Let's continue.
Spyro, this is the homeworld called Summer Forest. There are portals to many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what you already told me, but that is indeed what we need to do. This first hub world, or home world as the game officially calls them, will have multiple stages, similar to the first Spyro game, And each and every one of them will have talismans. And in order to complete the game, we need to collect all of them. But we first need to make sure we take over the castle for this first world. Ripto has taken it over, and before we're allowed to move on to the next hub world, then we need to make sure you're allowed to proceed. And for that, we need to give old Ripto the boot. At least in this first home world. We'll find out how that works the moment we get to the end of this place. Before we actually get there, it is time to find ourselves some more worlds, don't you think? Here's going to be a couple of new worlds for us. Here's a portal to a place called Idle Springs. However, that's not the only one, there's also Colossus over there. So we can actually choose, you might say. I will of course try to do them in order. Idle Springs is officially the second one in this game, and therefore the one I'm going to do next.
Sparks, the dragonfly following you around is your health indicator, Spyro. The brighter he is, the more hit points you have.
Yeah, Zoe, we've already played the first game, so we know. Moneybags is also here. He actually also got kicked out of the castle, as we saw in the cutscene. Apparently there's something for us to buy. First, we need to do ourselves another mission. I see Hunter up there, but first let's make sure we get all of the gems. Hunter's mission is more than just for an orb. It's also going to introduce us to something new in this game. Really important actually, and therefore we need to do that first. First, let's try to get as many of the loose ends as we can. And then it's time for the first mission of Summer Forest. Hunter is here for us, as you can see by the orb symbol above him.
Hi, Spyro. You look like you're pretty agile. Let's try putting it to a test. See if you can get up this first step. Press the jump button and hold it down to get more hang time.
Oh, this looks like a jumping tutorial. Awesome.
Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press the jump button, then press jump again at the top of your jump to get the maximum glide distance.
This will learn us how to glide. Also nothing new to us officially. Also in the first game, of course.
Nice job. Now try to do a hover. Press the jump button, then press jump again to glide. When you reach the end of your glide, press the action button to hover. Hovering will give you extra height and distance.
Alright, and now we get to the new part of jumping. This is newly introduced in Spyro 2, hovering, to get an extra jump while gliding. Sometimes required.
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all. You'll have to give this one everything you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the left stick when you hover.
Alright, our ultimate jump. As you can see, this one is really far away, so we need to make sure our jump, glide, and hover are perfect.
Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real. For now, here's an orb for your collection.
And the moment you're successful in learning how to jump, glide, and hover, it is our first orb here in the overworld, giving us 3 in total. And as you can see, there's also a second reason why you want to go up here. There's also gems up here. Giving us 384. And this also should have unlocked an achievement. I'm not getting it. Perhaps... Oh, wait, there it still comes. Well, you might as well. Summer Forest, complete Hunter's Challenge. I was afraid Xbox Live was offline, but apparently it was not. It just took a while. But there it was. 398. It's not going to be good enough for the upgrade, and therefore I think we need to go in the stage, Idle Springs, and go check out our second challenge towards a talisman. After the one in Glimmer, we are now after the one in Idle Springs. There's not going to be an upgrade in this one. So every extra gem that we find in here can actually go towards moneybags the next time we return to Summer Forest. We're going to need 500. Should be plenty of gems here in Idle Springs. We're going to do more than just collecting the talisman after all. First cutscene. No, sir, that is not how it works. They only start chasing you the moment they are bad. Well, this is Idol Springs. Apparently there's a couple of people here who carve idols. Those idols are not always per se on their side, you might say. In this case, they've actually turned against them. Wooden idols turning against their masters. That's something we need to solve. Let's go check out our mission.
Spyro! The idols we were carving have come to life. They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food.
Also stolen your food. I'm not too sure if wooden carvings actually need food, but we need to take them out anyway. In order to take this guy out, make sure he does not hit you, because of course he will try. And just flame him. And that way, the inhabitants here are able to open up the lock. And you have to do it like this, you're not able to open up the lock yourself, so... You need to actually take out all of the wooden idols. And then the people here can actually open up the temples for you. And that's your way to progress here. The water over here we're not going to be able to work with, so we need to come back to that later. First we need 500 gems in order to buy the upgrade we need. This guy with the shield, of course, cannot be flamed. Just like in Spyro 1, the moment you're carrying metal, only the charge works. This way we can unlock the second one. Collect all of the gems here. Once again, it doesn't really matter since we're not able to get all of the gems anyway in the first run. But in this case I do want to grab as many as I can because I want to get to that 500.
Those metal shields are making enemies invulnerable to your flame attack. If you press and hold the charge button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Once again, a bit too late, Zoe. I've already explained that. And besides, we've already seen it in Spyro 1 as well. Large enemies we need to flame, metal enemies we need to charge. And that is always how it works. It did not change in Spyro 2. New game, new title, but that has not changed. And that is always the same, by the way. And we also need to take these guys out in order to charge up our power-up. Once again, just like in Glimmer, we're going to have a power-up gate at some point. This time around it's not going to give us fly ability, but something different. This is something we can already do in this first run, and therefore I do need to save up on the enemies. Need to collect as many spirits as I can. So even these quote-unquote non-required ones we need to defeat. Technically you only need to defeat the idols that are chasing the people of the temples here. Come on, hurry up. I save your ass, and how do you repay me? By being slow. Thank you, sir. That way, we get to 475 for now. Yeah, 500 is not going to be a problem. You, stay away from him. Let's go save this guy early, so we have some more time getting towards the gate. See, this works way better. That is how we want to do this.
To aim the camera left or right, use the right stick.
You've got pretty random advice, Zoe. Hopefully that's going to stop really soon. It's going to be annoying if every single time we meet Zoe she's going to say something new to us. Instead of just saving our game. Which is bad enough that you're doing that, because I'd like to not save the game because of the risk of recording failures. This is something we cannot do yet, I'm pretty sure. This is obviously going to be for an orb, but that one's going to be for later. First we need to just hold ourselves to the mission of the talisman. We can only start thinking about the orb missions the moment we're done with the talisman. Because for that we need the back part of the stage, you might say.
Spyro, you're pretty tough. If you ever want a permanent job, we've got a place for you here. But for the moment, I want you to have this talisman.
Did you just offer me a job? Thank you for the talisman. Also going to be the exit of the stage, of course. However, like I said, there's also orbs to collect here. And of course, still more gems to collect here. We have not reached the end of the stage officially, even though the exit portal did already appear. But just like in Glimmer, there's a bit of stage after the exit gate. Which is going to lead us to the first orb. And also our ability to grab the first skill point. Just like in the first Spyro game, skill points, of course, return. Needing to do some side missions in stages in order to get those. For the first one, we need to land on top of an idol. Yeah, this is perfect. The power-up gate is active. Apparently I did already destroy enough enemies. More gems around. Doesn't look like it. So let's go clean up all of the gems in this area. All of these poles with the girls on top of them we can ignore for now. But this is obviously going to be related to the mission. First I'd like to trigger that mission. Get some context. We can technically already do it, but I think it's more fun if we actually know what we're doing. And therefore we're going to talk to you first. Well, this is a guy we cannot flame apparently. How are we going to get rid of you?
It's fabulous to see you, Spyro. Now that the supercharged power-up is active, you can charge through the pedestals and send the dancing Hula girls over here to help me.
Mission. Use the supercharged power-up. Charge through the stone pedestals. Mission difficulty normal. Interesting. This lightning bolt that we see in the power-up gate is indeed supercharged. So, unlike in Spyro 1, we don't have supercharged hills. This time we have supercharged gates. And on this first one we need to supercharge 6 of these pedestals. The Hula girls will actually do a rain dance. And the lightning will kill the monster.
The Hula girls' ring dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
If you are a Hula girl, then technically you already have a dancing career, I think. But anyway, that was orb number 4 for this game, and the first one on the stage. Let's go back up here, because once again, we're still not done with the stage yet. We still have not looped around yet, as you can see on the map screen. We're still in the south part of the stage. And we of course started off in the center. We need to make our way back there somehow. And that we're going to do through the upper ledges. Make sure to glide and hover correctly. Then you should be able to get up here. And continue gem collecting, of course. Always make sure to take a good look around you, just in case you've missed something somewhere. That is something I usually do, so... From here, I want to try to jump on the top of this idol over here. We can reach it from here. For the first skill point of the game. Land on top of idol was our mission, so this way we can actually do it. Now return to where we were. Getting skill points is fun and everything. But there's one other thing that's even more fun, and that is gem collecting. Jump from here. Then make our way up here. Back in the central room, only this time around in the upper ledges. Continuing even further. No, we want to go over here. Stay on top. Make our way back to the right room where we started. And look what we have here. A rocket. Remember the fireworks from the first Spyro game? Those kind of return, you might say. Sometimes in this game you will find rockets, and the moment you flame them, they will actually start flying towards a set location. Usually an unbreakable treasure chest. Metal chest. But once you break them open, it will give you gems, or something else. And that way, we have done everything we can do for now. Perhaps I actually missed a couple of gems here and there, but that I don't care about. We have more than enough in order to continue the game. We need to buy the first upgrade in the overworld. That one is going to require 500 gems, so the moment you have more than 500 you're already good. Finishing off Glimmer and Idle Springs is going to happen later. Both of them actually require moves that we don't have yet. Even though the move we require for this one we are going to have pretty soon. But the one for Glimmer is going to take a little bit longer. First we're going to get this final couple of gems in this waterfall area. And now I'm pretty sure we've done the entire stage. At least the parts that we can do. Let's quickly make our way back towards the gate and call it a day. After exploring the first part of the homeworld, the first homeworld called Summer Forest. And also getting through Idle Springs for the most part. Everything that we're able to do right now. I think we have a good episode number 2. And whenever leaving a world, you always receive a cutscene as well. Let's go watch. Oh. Well, it seems they are friends now, so it's a good thing we can leave. They no longer need us. But who is going to need us is Moneybags. He's going to ask 500 gems for the first upgrade of this game. Not counting the bridge that we formed in the first world. That's a bit of a different thing. There's no real upgrade, of course. This time we're going to learn a new move. But for that, I'm going to keep you guys in suspense. That is the... No, perhaps second thing I'm going to do in the next episode. Because I also need to return for the achievement in Glimmer. I needed to leave the world before being able to try it again. And now that I'm out of Glimmer, I can actually try at the beginning of the next episode. So and that's what I'm going to do first. But then we are going to Moneybags and get ourselves a new move. Thank you for watching. And Treecks out.